me about my life, man, I love it, I love it. Got so many rings, I need room for another one. Been through the pain, now it ain't no more struggle. My team win the game, put our face on the cover, brother.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Tennessee Titans and the Houston Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going to the right here and finding Burks. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Only needing 2 yards on second down. Back to throw. And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. Finding room at midfield. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. 2nd and 11. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And the Texans are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 33 yards that time.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
The Texans at 11-1 now on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play two.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Now Wilson. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Justin Jefferson. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. What's good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. He'll look to throw. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game. It's certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
This is taken around the 12. Now a hit and a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Now, these two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, Week 8 to be exact. And it was the visiting Texans who came away with a victory. So they'll look to take the season series if they can win here in Houston. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag.
In the backfield, this might be a roughing call. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. To throw is Wilson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. Hands it off out of the gun. Able to slither by. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now here's the option play going left. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Well, that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop it.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
36 power. 36 power.
Wilson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
And he is going to have a Texans 1st down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sideline.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes.
And the Texans go up by 2 touchdowns.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They're going to look to throw. This is intercepted.
picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Got an open man, finding Jefferson. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 12-yard line. Now a handoff as they run left side. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. 51 yards rushing for him now to this point. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They'll try to run this one in. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans take a 3-touchdown lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Singletary here running out of the gun. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. On first down, they stick with Singletary. And he's got some space here. A beautiful fake. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. A big play that time for the Titans. 43 yards on the ground. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a 1st and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now, because is he rewarding himself for a great run, or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Might have to stretch for this one. This is 4-down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the 4th quarter, but still, I think you can't be thinking 3 here.
No, if you do that, you might as well go ahead and fold up on this one. But I don't think they're built like that.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with a short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Facing this big first-half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it. They'll look to throw. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Devin Singletary, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Titans get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Taken in at the 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with a 21-7 lead already in their hip pocket, probably not a time to get too creative or inventive here. We'll see. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess you have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't it?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, 0-0-0.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. The kick by Lutz is good, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Taking it about the 1. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And this will not be returned. Of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 66 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. First and 10, it's Pierce. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a second and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a second and 3.
14.
Here's Wilson. Forced out to his left. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Working with a 2nd and 3. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
Now it's Wilson. Flushed out right. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a 3rd down gain of 4.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback.
I don't care what he's listed in the program. Fullback, running back, tailback, it doesn't matter. He ran that play like a fullback. Just like the old days when we saw the fullback dive. How about him picking that one up?
Well, they needed a yard on 4th down. That's what he's there for, right?
Exactly. Line him up, short yardage situation, and say, here it is, big man. Go get it.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. It's Roger McCreary with a pick, and the Titans are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a 1st down right out of the gate.
And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Good yardage there on 1st down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running, and if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender. Made him
what do you mean by that, bro?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield.
Singletary loses it. So now, I think even our referee is confused. The defense accepted the holding penalty, but they just got the ball on the fumble recovery, so that will be negated. That's a tough one to comprehend. Now Dillon on the inside give. Tackled by the quarterback, Derek Stingley. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
And finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first three.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Texans say they have it. They do. And I don't know that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
Now on 2nd and 13. Wilson. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Davis. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Titans are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the fourth quarter.
Well, it certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
We have still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. Second and 5. That's caught left side. Myers with it. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down. They'll set up to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
They'll look to throw again. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him, let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing is Wilson. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Kind of a strange ballgame, Charles. We did not have a single point by either team after half. Really a defensive point by both sides in half.